Thanks for joining me for Real Talk. I'm your host, Natoya Perkins, and I have been waiting for this interview with this wonderful gentleman.
Raw and real. This session, we are having exclusive talks with experienced personnels. We are going to be talking about multiple streams of income. A lot of persons having their own little small business to make additional income in their homes. So what is multiple stream of income? It means that persons can receive income from different ways outside of your career choice. So today we have with us to tell us more about streams of income, Mr. Shannon McLeod. He is a good friend of mine from back in Jamaica. We've taught together. His job is to be a teacher. That's his profession. But he has a stream of income that he's going to share with us today. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, Mr. McLeod. So tell me now, what the main purpose to have different streams of income?
Okay, so first I want to give a short introduction of myself. My name is Shannon McLeod. I am a teacher by profession, and ever since I was growing up, I've always said I wanted to become a teacher. You know, they taught us to go to school, get good grades, get a career, and then you'll become a millionaire. Those are lies, right? I have been working my 9 to 5 for about 7 years, and I struggle to pay all my bills, and I struggle, to live the life that I desire. But there's this person who reminds us of the fact that never depend on a single income, make investment to create a second source. And of course, that's really deep. When I thought about it, I said to myself, that doesn't mean that you should work harder. It simply means you work smarter. And what that means is that you capitalize on residual income, you capitalize on leverage income. And what is leverage income? Of course, leverage income is you benefiting from something that you are not, not doing yourself, or you are not intentionally doing or in position of doing. So, with that being said, you can be somewhere else enjoying yourself, but you are making a profit from simple by you just putting yourself in position to earn.
Okay, that's very interesting. And what I've learned also is that research shows that the average millionaire has at least seven means or stream of income coming in. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, I mean, like, if you listen to that speech thoroughly, it says the average millionaire has seven. We have one, but
Yeah.
every day we talk about we want to live this life, we want to live this life, and we want to live that particular life. But if you really want to live the life that you desire, you have to do something about it. Sometimes we think that someone else's wealth or someone else's life is a fantasy. But
Ah,
guess what? We have to find a way to make it our reality, which means you can also be successful. You can also be financially free. You can also be wealthy. But it's not going to happen if you just sit and watch someone else do it. No
mm,
one can do it for you. You have to do it for yourself.
so true, so true, so true. 65% they say of millionaires have at least one of the three streams of incomes, and 45% has four. 29% have five more, more streams
More,
of
exactly.
income. So we know that if you want to be a millionaire, get out yourself out there and go and get some more income in your pocket.
Do
But
something about it.
exactly. So, Mr. McLeod, I know you have your special business. I want you to tell us about it. What's the business about?
Okay, so I am a independent travel advisor.
Mm,
I'm also a planet marketing representative, and with that, this business really these vehicles really give you a chance to, well, let me speak of IntelliTravel first, which that part gives you an opportunity to sell travel and make 70 to 80% commission from every travel that you book, whether you book it for yourself or you book it for your clients, right? Well, Planet Marketing is another company, and what Planet Marketing does is that it gives you a chance to empower other people to become travel business owners as well. So let's put this into a scenario. For example, you are a franchise holder, but you also have the opportunity to establish several different franchises around the world. And every single time you establish a franchise, the company pays you. But it doesn't even stop there. Every single time one of those franchises makes a sale, the company pays you again. The
Wow.
company is just so amazing. The company says, hey, at the end of the day, at the end of the month, I'm going to calculate the number of franchises that you have established, whether you establish them yourself, or your team established these franchises. And the company says, I am going to pay you based on the number of franchises that you have, and I'll pay you residually. We have residual bills, so why not have residual income?
That's so true. That is
Yes.
so true. So this is real talk, and we are talking real experiences with real exclusive information with Mr. Shannon McLeod. So, Mr. McLeod, why did you get started with this business in the first place?
Well, honestly, I got started because a dear friend of mine, Beverly Brian Nugent, we've known each other for years. She's like a mother to me, and she introduced me to this opportunity. I didn't know why I'm getting into it, but I trusted her. But by extension, I trusted the process, that I don't think she would ever try to get me into something that's not valuable, or something that isn't profitable. So I took a leap of faith, and I started the journey. A few months when I get started, I wasn't really doing anything. I was just there going to my 9 to 5. And I guess I was just trying to use that time to absorb and to see what's going on and all of that. But then I was awakened by the reality of the power of the business when I realized how is that I can actually make 8 streams of income from one organization.
Wow.
And when I looked into it and I realized the power, I started investing more time into the business. And today I am proud to say I cannot see myself not doing this. It's
Wow.
an amazing opportunity. We as teachers here in the United States, sometimes we choose not to get paid in the summer if you choose to take your salary on a 10-month period. No, what I did, I normally take mine on a 10-month scale. So, in the summer, I won't be working. And can I tell you something? My business kept me afloat during these 2 months. I was
Wow.
able to pay my bills last month, and I am actually in the process of paying my bills this month. And I had to give God thanks, and I said to myself, you know what? Had I not started my business, I wouldn't be able to pay my bills. This is a second source of income, but not just an income, but a very powerful income.
Oh, wow. This sounds interesting, man, Mr. McLeod. It sounds like I need to join you too.
Okay, I've been waiting for you the longest time. I tell you, I'm going on my knees for you.
In
Still
due
praying.
time, in due time. So, what you notice here, people, it is residual income. So, whatever state you are in, whether you have a job or you don't
Or
have a
not.
job, and this
Mhm.
you're saying is an at-home service.
Yeah, it's a part-time job actually. I do not invest all my time because of course I have other things to do,
Mm.
but I choose when I work, how I work. I choose, how much I want to make for the month. Nobody's breathing over my neck to say, hey, you need to do this or you need to do that, because I'm my own boss. I am working from the comfort of my home. But I always say to people, this is an opportunity for the busy people. The
Yeah.
people are always on the go. 3/4 of the time I'm in my car doing my business. I'm just texting somebody, or sometimes I may be rushing to the barber. I am doing a three-way call for one of my business partners. So it's something that is very flexible, and it gives you a chance to just go while you earn.
So here we are. It is about traveling. Traveling is so wide now. Everybody is doing it. Whether you're traveling on train, you want to rent a car, you want to take a cruise, you'd like to travel to another country using airlines.
Yeah.
Mr. McLeod is the man to reach out to. And before we go on, I want Mr. McLeod to tell me, is there a contact detail for you at this time, or whatever you have to share for them to contact you?
Okay, and before I get into that, Natoya, I just want to add one more point that
Okay.
this business is travel. The product is travel. You know, it's an $8 trillion company. It's huge. It's a big deal, and it's predicted to get to 15 trillion in the next 10 years. Wow, that's huge. That means it can never stop. Travel will always be here. I've seen a lot of people talk about the coronavirus that prevents them from starting their travel business. And I want to tell people that the coronavirus was why I got my business started. Because the product is travel, but you are not only given the opportunity to sell travel, but to also help other people to get their business started. So you are selling travel, but you're also selling the travel stores. I mean, if someone asked me if you get the opportunity to sell Nike shoes or to sell Nike shoe stores, my answer would be what? Both, because I don't believe in leaving money on the table. So I want to implore people to not, take a leap of faith, join this amazing team. We have our coaches, we have people who will support you. I know for myself that I support all my business partners. We are like a family, and anyone who joins this team will be no less. But just in case you want to find me, you can find me on Facebook at Shannon J. McLeod, or you can find me on Instagram at Shannon underscore J underscore McLeod, or you can contact me via email, which is SJM Travel Experience. Yeah, those are some of the places. I'm not going to share my number right now. So
This is a man on a mission. A man on a mission.
Yes, I forget one thing. You can also check out my website at shannonmcleod.intellitravel.com, where you can see all my details, just in case you want to get in contact.
Mr. McLeod, I personally am proud of you. I've heard a lot of information. I've seen you been posting how many persons have joined your team so far and is now making their residual income to pay their bills, whether it's on a 10 months or 2 months or whatever. But the good thing is that if you have a job or you don't have a main job, this job of Intel Travel is one to be in. So go out there, reach out. I'll leave the information for Mr. McLeod in my description below. So like, subscribe, and leave a comment in the box below. And we'll see you next time on Real Talk with your host, Natoya Perkins.
Thanks for having me, Natoya. It was a pleasure.
Right. It's a pleasure too.